Go ahead, Kefas.
All right, thank you all so much. Thank you, dear beloved viewers, wherever you are watching us from. This is our third episode of the Talent Edge program, and we are excited to be having the next department, which is, two departments here with us, which is the research and development headed by Nifemi, and the logistics department headed by Engineer Bennett. So today we are going to be discussing basically what we are doing, how we are preparing to, bring Talent Edge to you watching us, and why you should be part of Talent Edge, either to support, to sponsor, in whichever way you are going to be part of us. That's what we want us to, what we're discussing. I wanted to understand how we are building this great vision. So you are all welcome. Before I go into the deeper conversation, I would love us to please kindly introduce ourselves, even though I've mentioned our name, but let, let's hear you speak to us by yourself. So begin with Bennett.
All right. Good evening, viewers. Good evening to the Talent Edge team. My name is Engineer Bennett Oyina, and I am responsible for logistics and infrastructural planning at the Talent Edge program. Thank you, and it's nice having us here.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Bennett, and you are welcome. So let's hear from you, Nifemi.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, everyone joining us from around the world. Good evening, Talent Edge team. Thank you for having me.
And you are welcome. Thank you so much, Nifemi. So you are in charge of research and development, right?
Yes, I am.
All right, great. I think my network is actually. Can you hear me?
Sure, we can hear you clearly.
All right, great. Thank you so much. So now,
I can hear you.
okay, great. Thank you so much. So we first of all want to begin by commending and appreciating you for the wonderful work each of you is doing in your department. We are making progress. We are doing a lot, individually and collectively, for to see that this vision is actualized, and it is important to say a very big thank you for that. So today you tell viewers, we're going to be discussing, I'll be asking you some questions about what you are doing, and then you share with us so that more people will get to know what we are doing behind the scene. So Nifemi, I would love to begin with you. The research and development, like I want to know, like, how does research and development tie into your department's work, like research and development? How does it tie into your department work? Hello.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Nifemi's network is a bit laggy. I don't know if she could hear you.
Hello.
Okay, Bennett, can you hear me?
Hello. Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Okay, yeah, Nifemi, we can hear you now.
Okay. So thank you very much for how research and development enters into data logistics and the whole grand scheme. Well, research and development serves as the strategic compass of our whole team. It drives, it helps us identify what works, what is changing in the job market, and what partnership we will be relevant for Talent Edge. It also helps us connect to data and logistics by helping us find actionable plans For instance, how we are going to align our training models with that of the employer's needs, or how we can identify key partners for the workforce development. It also gives insight to the whole team as a whole and not allow us, it doesn't let us fall on assumptions. It gives us facts that we can work with.
That is amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Sorry, my network is a bit lagged, but I hope you can hear me and you got what I said.
I think we've
Yeah,
lost
you are glad
Kefas.
as well. We've lost Kepas. I think we've
Yeah,
lost Kepas.
Okay.
I think we've lost Kefas. Yeah, he's back. He's back. But yeah,
Great.
he's back.
Okay.
Please go ahead, Kefas.
All right. Thank you so much. Like, sorry, I'm trying to set this up. I don't know why it's wrong.
I think he's having some technical issues.
Yeah, seems so.
Okay, I can see him back.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry about that. It's my network.
No problem, no problem. Please continue.
All right, great. So, Nifemi, before I will, because I actually wanted to ask you a question, Bennett, but Nifemi said something that I want to like quickly follow up. So, like, how are you finding this? You know, what you just explained, and how are you finding it easy to implement all these things in your department? You know, working for Talent Edge.
Well, working for Talented as with research and development has just been, should I say, by guidance. Thanks to Caroline, I've been able to find some softwares that can help make this easy. Google Alerts. I'm able to also find for the first time, for the first time, I'm able to properly use ChatGPT for research. And this time around, I'm able to put my research findings in like proper documentations, Excel sheets, get lists and names and um, employer lists and what they really want, what they look like, their value, and what how exactly it fits into our value scheme. And then we can now move on to working with them. Also, on a general scheme, how it also gives us an insight into the market because for the very first time I'm able to see that it's it's bigger, the market is big, it's large, and people are really, should I say, hungry. People really need this, and it's really scalable over the next 10, 20 years. I hope that answers it.
Awesome, amazing. Thank you very much, and well done for your commitment, for taking for learning, for because like from what you've explained now, you are also learning in the process, and
Yes.
you are very committed. So that is the way to go. So, Engineer Bennett. So, I want to like we have chosen our venue for Talent Edge, which is Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory. As the logistics manager, what do you have to say about our venue? For Talent Edge, which is Abuja.
Okay, so thank you so much, the TalentEdge team, for this opportunity. I mean, we are all in this together, and it's all gradually connecting all the dots, together. With regards to the logistics per se, I think is driven actually by the value we wish to, communicate, and the value we wish to pass on to both employers and the prospective employees. And so that motivation drives whatever logistics programs and infrastructural planning and arrangements that we're making. However, with the choice of the venue, the pilot, as it were, being Abuja in this case, is because more or less like being a central location for most organizations, and of course, where some of the organizations have um, some corporate outlets that, apart from government agencies, private organizations, civil society organizations, um, and talent sourcing organizations as well. You know, mostly Abuja is more or less like a central location from where these talents are sourced and deployed to commercially viable areas like Lagos and Port Harcourt and other areas. So Abuja also in this case, um, more or less like the environment is serene enough for us to communicate the value we wish to, put across to prospective talents. Um, the training facilities, the serene environments. We would not want to start talent age, in more or less like a rowdy environment or an environment that would be difficult to connect, places to the resources or the resource centers. So again, we have most people will say it's the seat of government, and most people would like to be in Abuja because of the attractions and the all that is, with the federal capital territory. So talk about the road networks, talk about the facilities that are available, internet facilities, and state-of-the-art facilities, that could drive home this kind of objective of having a location where talents could access internet facilities, could access a serene learning environment, and we are also facilitators, would be able to find it easy to reach out and communicate and of course pass the knowledge that is required. So Abuja is more or less like central, but that does not mean that other locations are not also on the radar or on our pipeline for planning such a program. But we're starting here so that we could reach out to as much talents as possible and use it again also for tourism. People who want to come and explore the Federal Capital Territory. Uh, so I hope that that provides more clarity to our viewers this evening.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So just to add to what you just said, like I've agreed completely with you, and to add to what you just said. So though we are beginning in Abuja, it doesn't mean that Abuja is the only place where we plan to have the talent edge. And from what you've explained, you also added one of the things we are trying to achieve, that is connecting talent with opportunities. So Abuja itself has so many companies in the industries. Sometimes people think companies we only have companies in Lagos. Let's say, well, in Lagos, no. Basically. But if you try to go further, you discover that there are so many companies in Abuja, and not only that there are companies in Abuja, most of the companies that are in Lagos and in other places, they have their headquarters in Abuja. So they now have branches either in Lagos or in other places. And some companies that have their headquarters in Lagos, some of them also have branches in Abuja. So our aim is everything is perfectly oh my God. Hello?
Yeah, we
We
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you.
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So everything is perfectly aligning. So thank you so much. Sorry, let me see if I can.
Kepas is off again.
Yes, he is backstage, but he needs to connect his mic and camera to join back.
Okay. Kepas.
Hello.
Yes, we
Yes.
can hear you, Kepas.
Okay. I'm hoping I should be able to fix this thing all up very soon. Please,
Yeah, you
pardon
can
me.
go ahead. Okay, Caroline, I don't know if we could maybe continue. Okay, he's back again.
Okay, maybe I will hold on for with my camera for now, so we'll continue. But I will try
Yes,
to
go
turn on
ahead.
my camera later. Thank you.
Mhm.
All right, yes. So thank you so much, Bennett, for that wonderful explanation. Now, Bennett, I want to know, like, can you share how you are ensuring or you ensure accessibility and efficiency for all participants? Yeah, like accessibility and efficiency for all participants. Those let me say our partners and the participants coming to learn and those that we're actually partnering with. How do you intend to ensure the accessibility and efficiency?
Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, the talent test program being the pilot is in Abuja, more or less like intends to use a more centralized location that will be easily accessible by, of course, the easiest means of transportation. So we have road transports, of course, other commercial transportation services. However, our location will be central enough. And another thing that drives actually the experience is the choice of the facility we'll be using, all right, which will be duly communicated with, I mean, to the participants, and of course that aligns with some of the corporate values of our partners and the prospective employers in this case, all right. So one would want a place that is not crowded. We want a place that has standard internet facilities. We want a place also that accommodates as much as we will have in the first pilot and that is accessible by road. Abuja is not, let me just permit me to use a word like Lagos, where you have, um, distances or most locations far away far from the other, but we'll be using more or less like the central business district, where almost everybody can locate from wherever they're coming from. And again, in as much as we have planned that there will be talent edge buses that could um, pick participants through and fro, some centralized locations to the venue and again return. We'll be having some branded transportation services that we'll be using to ensure ease of transportation. Again, the overall experience is that it's a capacity building program and of course talent sourcing program. So um, employers would be able to also assess these venues, and these venues will be something that would meet to their test. Of course, it's not every employer that you could take to any kind of venue to source talent. So Talent Edge is well positioned to plan for these locations. Again, another thing is apart from the group transportations for our participants, we will also be looking at also having some staff, logistics staff, of course, um, stationed, also trained for this particular exercise. And they will be using the services of other hailing rider services like Bolt and InDrive, to pick some of our our facilitators and participants who would want to attend the program. So, in a nutshell, the number of participants, our partnership with the respective organizations drives the quality and of the facilities, and of course, the locations will always be centralized that people could access without any hassle. So that's it on the logistics part. of talented.
Thank you, Bennett. Thank you so much. When you're explaining and you mentioned Lagos, I remember something. Lagos also, like you said, it's we considered everything all together. Lagos, we talk about traffic. There are so many things, and also somehow the cost of doing some of these things in Lagos. So Abuja seems to be very much better, and at least for the comfort of the people, of our participants, and also our partners or collaborators. So that is amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah. Hello, Nifemi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yes, Nifemi, like I want to ask you, a question. Like, this is a question that you have to think about seriously, because and it's very very important to me, and I'm sure to everyone. Like, how do you how in simple terms, like how does your department, how will your department actually ensure talent edge runs smoothly from planning to execution? That is your department now, as the research and the development leader or lead.
Well, since we are starting from the very beginning, research is helping us build a system. It's like the foundation of the house, the very foundation which every other thing is being laid. So at the moment, with what we are getting, we are able to have real world data. Then employers' insights, we are beginning to see more companies and, like I said, their values, what they want. So with this, we are able to create a curriculum for the trainees so to fit into that market. And also it's we are able to help the logistics see us and see the team as a whole. It ensures the right resources and their timing. It also helps them with tools that can scale. So we're not just finding people, we're not just finding companies, employers, and employees. We're also looking for softwares that works for both our trainees and for our the people to be trained. Also, we are able to deliver reward insights in measurable context, whereby we're able to follow up the number of people that are signing up. We're able to measure the number of companies that are interested. So this gives us like numerical data that we can measure, and over time can help us with our successes, what is working, what is not working over time.
That is beautiful. Thank you so much, Nifemi.
Hello, Kepas, are you there? Hello, Kepas, you are muted. Kepas, if you are speaking, you are muted.
Nifi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
So, great. So, I have a question around the data part. Like, with your background in data, what do you see as the value of bringing data and research into a program like this?
Well, interestingly, I feel with the with with the growth of, or the projected growth of African youths at the moment, African youths are targeted to, or are predicted to have less than age 20, and in the next few years to take over major workforce around major parts of the world. So I feel research at the moment is helping us with numbers, metrics. So we are not just assuming things. We are able to gain feedbacks from people, employers' input. They're able to tell us what they want, what they need, what is working for them at the moment. And so we are able to fit in and tailor all we need to do. Also, like I said, metrics and numbers, it helps us track engagement over time, and we're able to assess learning outcomes. Are this learning working? Is it making an impact in these people? Are they market ready? And are they able to not just graduate from our trainings and just get a job? Are they able to do the job properly and excellently over time? Yes. And it's also our goal from the research up to final execution is the progress of the story. So we are seeing progress over time, and not just in our team, but in impacting lives of people out there. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
Okay.
very much.
Over to you, Kefas. Kefas, are you able to unmute?
I'm not sure he's still able to do that.
Um, I have a question. Bennett, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so I wanted to ask, and this is probably for the both of you, uh, because, and the reason why we wanted to bring the both of you in is primarily because a lot of times these parts of preparation are hardly ever, brought to the front because they seem like back end parts, but they're very, very important. They're literally like, the backbone without which structure would not be there, efficiency would be out of whack, and so many other drawbacks from not having logistics, not having the proper planning for infrastructure, and not having the insight from data. So, this is to the both of you, and Bennett, I'm addressing you first. If you could let us know from your experience, because you have been working in this field for a while, in climate, in sustainability, in training. So, how do you see what you're doing and what you're leading for Talent Edge? How do you see it connecting with what Nife is doing? Do you see a connection?
Yeah, of course, there's a very strong link. Of course, research and development and logistics are part and parcel of every program planning. All right. So, research provides the direction for the logistics in clear terms. Yeah, because the data about the number of participants, the curriculum to be delivered, and the mode of delivery um, drives the selection of the infrastructure to be used for the training. All right. So also the audience, the details about the participants, you know, age brackets, experience levels, education, and all that drives what facilities will be available. I'll give you an instance. Um, you are developing a curriculum or a program for young school leavers. All right. Even in talent sourcing, we have different categories. You have those that are trainees, you have entry level participants, you have experienced hires. All right. So the curriculum you deliver and the mode of delivery for each of these categories differ. Again, if you are putting up a program for young school leavers, fresh graduates, their expectations from a program like Talent Edge differs from those that are experienced in the field. Most likely, they'll be coming to update their knowledge, maybe some continuous professional development programs, and so at the research and development stage, you would identify these needs. So there is the R&D stage does a kind of needs assessment of the audience, while the logistics drives the infrastructure that provides the learning objectives or that speaks to the learning objectives of the selected audience. So it connects very perfectly from that research and then logistics and planning that concludes exactly what the objectives of the research is in the first place. So yes, we are partners in progress, me and Nife.
That's wonderful. And thank you for that oversight. I won't say oversight, but the overview of that insight from your perspective. Nife, how about you? What's your perspective on this?
Yes, like you likely said, the research and data we have can tell us who to prepare for, the age bracket, and all. I also like to say that um, research helps us to it ensures structure. You already said that, and also it also helps us be accountable. When there is structure, there is logistics. It helps us stay accountable to what we already planned and how we've the mode of execution, which is the logistics department's part, and they are able to help us stay accountable to that mode we have chosen. So I greatly see the connectivity. But yeah, I said most of it. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. And it's so awesome that in many cases, I know that y'all are in the same place, but in many cases, when we work virtually, to see this kind of level of success in trusting one another, being able to work together seamlessly, these are all very important because the success of the program relies heavily on this, on the things that we are talking about right now in this episode, right? The kind of communication and transparency, being able to understand data, translate it into action that teams can take on. What's the shape and direction? And obviously, we want to see more people finding jobs successfully. That's the end goal of this program, right? And when they win, then the program has really been able to fulfill its mission. Kefas, I don't know if you're able to chime in. Are you there? Okay, it appears that.
Yes,
Okay, great. Great to have you back.
thank you so much. Sorry, my network is very, very unstable, but
Kefas, so as we're winding down, would you like to wrap up and take over from here?
okay. I didn't hear the thing that you just discussed recently, but there's one part that I keep that is always on my mind, inviting collaborators, partners, sponsors, companies, organizations, please, and all of us, it's a collective effort and responsibility. This is something that is going to truly transform a lot of people. Like where I am, in fact, when I was discussing this with some students here in FUTA, Federal University of Technology, Akure here, and they were like, why are we not bringing it here? I told them that yeah, probably the next one we bring it to Akure, that is that is Ondo State. So what we are doing is we are very, very intentional about it. We are very committed to it, and like our research and development and leads we said earlier, what our greatest achievement after this whole program is the number of people, participants, youth that are going to be employed, and we are not just partnering with organizations just for employment sake, but these are organizations that are reputable, they are credible. They don't just need talent, but they also appreciate talent. So we are what we are building. We are considering everybody that is going to be part of us, participant and partners. What you are going to, you know what we are going to benefit. Let me put it that way. Everything is, we are considering it for your interest and for the greater interest of everybody. So feel free to reach out to us. Our flyers are on LinkedIn, are on Facebook, and on Instagram, and on Twitter X. So you can contact us and we'll definitely know how to work together. So everyone, thank you so much. Our team that are listening to us on YouTube in the background, that is the marketing and communication department. Thank you for all that you are doing, and we are going to make this impact together. Thank you, and we look forward to your cooperation and collaborations.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Bennett and Nife, for the insights, the collaboration, and for making time. Thank you to all our viewers on this
Thank you very
episode.
much, everyone.
Yeah, so see you all in our next episode.
Okay, thank you. Bye bye.
Thank
Bye. Take
you.
care.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.